everybody, Kirk Junge here from LearningGolf.tv. Been getting a number of questions in the last months about Ben Hogan and his golf swing compared to my setup for impact golf swing, and specifically about Hogan and being on the same plane, both setup and impact, which is basically what I teach. You see me on the right there. That's my setup for impact golf swing. And you can see I've drawn the same lines on Ben on the left and myself on the right. One line along the belt line, and that's something I want to show you that pertains to compression of the spine, showing you that the hips in my swing are not supposed to rise or move down from setup until impact. Most tour players today, their hips are rising into impact as the head is moving down, which creates compression of the spine. Taking a look at Ben on the left, mainly what you should see, the right arm at setup is here on top or above the red line. And if you compare that to my swing, I just want you to see the orientation of the arm is that the right arm is on plane, at least to the elbow with the golf club, where Ben's arm is somewhat above the plane. Ben was probably the best ball striker of all time, and he had an incredible move. And we're just going to take a look at it. I'm going to go slowly back. You can see how he takes it back along the swing plane. That's something I would like to see also in my setup for impact golf swing. We'll see here it goes a little bit inside. And I've been working on trying to take it more along the plane, which I think is pretty easy to do. It's just something from trying to copy in the past Moe Norman. I took it a little bit inside, and I think that's a big mistake. Obviously, for simplicity, it would be easier to take it back along the plane, and that's accomplished by turning the shoulders, the left shoulder under my chin, and using the turning of the hips and upper body to take it back on plane, as opposed to going under and then up. You see Ben takes it beautifully back along the plane. You can see, you should have seen a blur. You can see the club head right in here now. And he takes it back. And as he's in this area, then you see it rise above the plane. So you can see the club in this position is up here. And I think this is where people had difficulty trying to copy Ben's swing, is that what happens after that. You can see my club here at the top, that it's perfectly on the setup plane, which is also going to be the impact plane. I'd also be looking here how much the spine, the upper spine, you can see the back of my neck there, that there's very little space there. As for Ben, the same, that we both maintain spine angles, and you can see as my club starts down with a shift using the hips and legs, trying to rotate the hips in their position and using the legs and feet and legs to create power. The club comes right down the plane. You can see at impact, look at the right arm and orientation to the club shaft and how it's virtually the same, and that's my goal, that it's virtually the same setup and impact because with the right arm in the non-rotational setup position, I don't have to do anything to square the club face. It happens automatically. You see here Ben coming down. He makes the move now. His club is basically dropping back down to the plane, and I think that's the move that people had a tough time copying in his swing. And again, I think it's probably the best golf swing that I've ever seen. I think it's just a little bit difficult to copy. See his hands now, interesting, right on plane, on the plane he's set up on. You won't find that in many players today. And here's impact. Now, if we draw a line down the club, you can see he's virtually identical on the same plane he's set up on. So basically, he is set up for impact with the hands low, and he makes such an incredible body motion. Look at how much of the left leg. He straightened the left leg beautifully. He used ground forces to create speed. Ben Hogan was a very long ball striker also because of his use of the body to swing the golf club. So you can also see here that the hips in both cases are almost identical as far as the height and the back of the neck. In my case, it's right on the line, which means there's no spinal compression at all. You can see the clubs on the plane they set up on, and the use of the legs. I'm actually working towards more use of the legs and body, and I've gained a lot of distance as a result. and it's definitely the way to go. Setting up on the same plane you make impact. I think it's a lot easier what I'm doing, but I do have some people set up with the hands a little bit lower and make impact there, as a lot of the players did years ago. So it will work, and you can become a really good ball striker. I just think it's a lot easier with the same orientation of the trailing right arm, in my case, to have the same orientation set up in impact and starting with the arm in a pre-rotated position, so it's not going to have to supinate on the way back and pronate to square the club face on the way through. It just eliminates that step, and then you can concentrate on more important things like creating speed and making great impact. If we go through a little bit here on the through swing, you'll see here the club exiting for Hogan up here, and in my swing you can also see it exits a little bit above. I'm actually working on getting it to exit a little bit more like Bryson DeChambeau, a little bit more over towards the plane, and that's something that I work on. But again, the main thing is setup and impact, and I like to keep it as simple as possible throughout the swing. And that's part of my membership deal, is that you can submit videos for my review. And the membership's really, really inexpensive. The lifetime membership costs, in most cases, less than what one lesson from your local pro would cost. And you can send in videos to me for my review forever. So take advantage of it. Check out the website. There's a lot more information and pictures showing you exactly what happens set up to impact with the top players today. And you can see that they're really impacting actually on a steeper plane than they're set up on. So check it out. Please visit learninggolf.tv and get more info. And you can get started today. Send me videos as soon as you're a member, and I will review them and get you working in the proper direction. So please subscribe here on YouTube so you get notified when more great videos come out, and like this video. Thank you.